All right, good morning. It's 10:32. Just gave it enough time. The other folks that come, they'll probably fall in afterwards. Good morning. My name is Colin Allen. I am the Director of Communications and Certification Administration here at the Council. I have primary responsible for the Council's outgoing communications, and I assist Dora Reddick with certification and the certification process. Today's session is called Straight Talk with Terrence Clark, our President and CEO. Many of you know him, but some of you will get to know him. Congrats, of course, to the new MBEs who were newly certified within the last couple of weeks and months. And so, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mr. Clark, our CEO, so that he can begin today's session.
Thank you, Colin, and good morning, everyone. So, for some of you may have attended or participated in some of these before. Some of you may not have. So let me kind of give you an kind of a overview of what's done here, so that everybody's familiar. So, basically, I'm going to talk about certain things that are going on with the council, certain things that can hopefully help you in the growth and development of your business. And then I'm going to give all of you a chance and an opportunity for 2 minutes, not 5 minutes, 2 minutes, to talk about what it is that you do and what you expect to get out of being certified with this council. Because people get certified for a variety of different reasons. Some people get certified because they believe that this opens the door to contracts. Some people get certified for the networking opportunities that lead to contracts. Some people get certified because somebody told them to get certified, and they aren't sure exactly what that all means. So let me clear a few things up first and foremost. What certification is and what certification is not. So, you get certified. There are certifications for our organization. If you're a woman-owned business, for the Women Business Economic Group, which is WeBank, there's a NGLCC certification for those that are gay and lesbians, at National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. There are certifications if you're a veteran, if you're a disabled business owner. There are also certifications in the public sector. One for the city of New York, one for the state of New York through the Empire State Development Corporation. The city of New York is the city's Department of Small Business Services. Those certifications, ladies and gentlemen, are geared toward if you're looking to do business with either agencies of the city of New York or the state of New York. They don't help you in the private sector, by and large. There are certifications for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And where those become important is if you're looking at perhaps doing work that the Port Authority undertakes, such as the redevelopment of the 3 airports in the New York area, LaGuardia, Kennedy, and Newark. There are certifications with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, better known as MTA. And that's obvious, once again, if you're looking to do business with MTA and those agencies that are under the MTA umbrella, which includes the New York City bus and subway system, the Long Island Railroad, and Metro North. Once again, they're not geared toward the private sector. Our certification is geared toward doing business with our corporate members. Now, we have 160 corporate members. Most of them are very large. We have those that are in the financial services sector, such as J.P. Morgan Chase and Citi, large insurance firms, AIG, MetLife, New York Life, investment firms, Guggenheim Partners, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley. A lot of corporate companies and corporations that are in the media space: ABC, NBC, CBS, Warner Media, Fox News, the New York Times, WNET. And then we have a lot of large pharmaceutical companies, Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer, to name a few, Johnson and Johnson. So if you go on our website, you'll see the list of all of these corporations that I'm talking about. Now let me give you the difference now. When you're certified in the public sector with the state and the city and more times than none, these are certifications that are mandated by law. So there is a set goal of utilization of minority and women-owned businesses. Now, so that you know, the set goal means if the goal is 30%, which is what it is in the state of New York and the city of New York, that means 30% of the aggregate number of businesses that fit within what people are looking for. That's not going to be everybody. Now, in the private sector, and that's what we deal with, there are no mandates. These programs that these businesses have set up are voluntary. So they can use you, they cannot use you. So what I'm trying to do here is level set your expectations so that you know that just because I got certified doesn't mean I'm getting business from these firms. How do you get business from these firms? First and foremost, you got to have a product or service that these firms want. Everybody doesn't need everything, and everybody doesn't want everything. So what do you need to do? You need to be able to market your products and services. And you need to do the one thing that a lot of people don't like to do, and that's research. Like I said, we have 160 corporate members. But you need to research. If you decide I want to do business with one of them, I need to get on their website and do some research so I know what these folks do. Do they buy what I'm selling? That's very important because it's not enough. Giving it just a plain example, it's not enough to know that city is a commercial bank. That's not enough because they do a whole lot more than commercial banking. So it's incumbent upon you to do some research. You've got to market yourself. You've got to have information. And then you can make decisions that are going to be beneficial to you. What you can't do is just presume I've gotten this certification and they're handing out contracts to minority-owned businesses. Folks, that's not happening. It never happened. And it's never going to happen. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And this part of it is the knowing part. So the one thing you all need to become, if you aren't already, is visible. Because people don't do business with people they don't know. And they don't do business with people they don't see. And over the course of this year, there will be a variety of opportunities for you to be seen. At the same time, if there are other industries and conferences and networking events that are taking place, and you, after doing some research, feel that this is something that's going to be beneficial to you, it's incumbent upon you to attend. It is better, folks, to be an eye and an ear witness than get information secondhand. Most people get it secondhand, and usually I can tell you, secondhand is usually wrong because it's somebody else's interpretation of what went on. So you need to be there. You're not going to get contracts sitting in your office, and you're not going to get contracts just based on the fact that you're certified, whether you're certified with us or you're certified with the city of New York or the state of New York or the MTA or the state of New Jersey, which once again, for anybody on the phone and is certified from the state of New Jersey, those opportunities are with agencies of the state of New Jersey. Not just, I'm certified, I'm a minority business, and people are just going to start doing business with me because I'm on some sort of a database. Folks, it don't work that way. And so whatever anybody may have told you, that's why this is called Straight Talk, because I'm going to tell you basically what you need to know, not what you want to hear. So that's the first thing. That's very important. Visibility is important. Second thing, the state of your business is very important. Does the management for your business, is it a sound and tight operation? Have you determined the market for your products and services and have found a way to penetrate that market? And how do you handle your money? How is your cash flow situation? You have a positive cash flow situation. Are you able to, do you have enough money in your business to run it for a year? If you get a contract from somebody, folks, they very seldom pay you in 30 days. 60, 90, 120, but seldom 30. Can you finance a contract? If you needed to get capital, where would you go get it? Can you get it from a bank? Do you have another source to get it? And if you do, is that affordable? And what I mean by that is this. If your profit margin is 10% and your cost of getting money is 15%, you're losing money more times than not. There's lots of money to get. The question becomes, can you get money that's affordable, that's going to help you grow and elevate your business? Or are you getting money that basically is going to put you further in a hole? So these are all of the different things you think about. When we talk to, and when I speak to people that do this stuff for a living, category managers, procurement, chief procurement officers, supplier diversity people, they got to be, the supplier diversity person is your basically gateway to that company. You got to develop a relationship with them. You got to provide them information that they can turn around and promote to somebody within their organization. They don't buy anything. They're your cheerleaders, so to speak. But they got to understand what it is you do. So you got to make sure that whatever information you give them is clear, it's concise, and anybody could pick it up and know exactly what it is you do. Too many times people use industry jargon, or they send stuff that's got 10, 15 pages. Folks, nobody's reading that. Certainly not the first thing out the gate. They gotta know what you do. You gotta know who you do it with. You gotta know how long you've done it. And then, oh, by the way, at the end, I'm certified by us or whomever else. That's a sound one-page capability statement. And we'll review your statement and make sure that it's tight before we send it to people. Because the other thing you gotta recognize is you're not only representing yourself, you're representing other minority business owners that are in this network, and you're representing this council, and by proxy, me. So I can't promote you if I'm not comfortable with who you are, what you're doing, and how you do what you do. And I'm sure that each and every one of you in the next few minutes is going to tell me you have the greatest business in sliced bread. I'm sure you are. At least I hope you do. But once you get past that, can we get to these other things that are very important? The other things that are very important is this. And the things that corporate members and probably also those in the public sector look for. Number one, does your product or service mitigate expenses? Can you do something that's going to reduce our expenses? Whatever it is you're offering, whether it's a product or a service. Number two, Is it going to enhance our revenue? And if so, how? How is it going to enhance our revenue? Number three, what makes you different than somebody else that provides similar services? What's your differentiator? And number four, does your product or service provide any type of innovation that's going to help keep us ahead of our competitors? This is what people are looking for. And these are things you need to think about before you get to a situation where you say, I want to do business with whichever large firm. And you get frustrated when they don't write you or call you back, or you met somebody at an event, you never heard from them. Folks, always remember this, and this is very important. Everybody on this call is in the relationship business. And when you initially meet somebody, what you're trying to do is develop a relationship with them, which takes time, which means this, that today I believe is the 27th of January. So if you met somebody today, doesn't mean you're going to get business from them the 27th of February or March or April. We've had clients that have had to work and develop relationships that have taken 5, 6, 7 years. Are you in a position to do that? But that's what grows a business. That and useful information about your industry, your market, and how people are doing business and where the trends are. It's incumbent upon each and every one of you to know as much about your market as humanly possible, and to know as much about the industry that you're in as humanly possible. So that means you've got to take the time and research, because that's going to make selling stuff that much more targeted and easy. But if all you're looking to do is, I got to try to sell, I got to try to sell, I'm here to tell you, your business will not grow. And you will constantly be basically robbing Peter to pay Paul, which is a nice way of saying getting the money in, then it goes out and comes back in and goes back out. Most of you, I assume, and we'll find out shortly, your goal is growth. You're trying to grow and develop your business, and to get it to whatever level you feel you want it and it needs to be. But that doesn't happen by accident. It happens by planning. And so here we are at the beginning of 2023. If you haven't developed a plan for 2023, I strongly suggest you do. Because, as I said, this stuff doesn't happen by accident, doesn't happen by osmosis, doesn't happen by because you're a nice person. It happens because you have a plan and you have a way to put that plan into motion. Look at who runs your business. If it's just you, what skills do you have and what skills do you need? Look at who does your marketing. If it's you, are you personable? Can you talk about what it is you do in a short period of time? Look at who does your finances. And do you understand your finances? More times than none, people they'll get an accountant or a bookkeeper, and that person just provides them numbers. Do you understand what these numbers mean? Because I'm here to tell you, if you're fortunate enough and you get a contract opportunity for one of our clients, one of our members that's a corporate member, you're going to be vetted, and they're going to ask you the same questions and many more than what I've just asked you. They're going to want to have a deep dive on your business. And are you prepared to do that? And is what you're going to say positive, and it's going to put you in the best light possible. That's why I mentioned, what I call the 3 M's: the management, the marketing, and the money. You've got to make sure that all three of those areas in your business are tight, because one slip in any area affects the other two, beyond a shadow of a doubt. So, the council is here from a standpoint of, once we get past the certification, which everybody's passed, we hold programs, we have networking events, and we have this, which not only gives you a chance to talk to me, but gives you a chance to market your business to everybody else that's on this call. So it's incumbent that you take advantage of it. But as I said before, you do not want to be that person who went and got certified, and then a year from now you're asking why you did that. Because the piece of paper guarantees nothing unless somebody feels you have a product or a service that's beneficial. And then after that, that particular corporate member counts spend, and then they will look at your business. But it's got to be something that alleviates a problem they have and takes away a pain point. And you say, how do I find it out? You find it out by doing some research. You find it out also by going to events in your own industry where you can learn more and meet more people. People always say, I don't want to go to this because it costs X amount of money, or, to be able to grow your business, you're going to have to spend some money. And so you've got to make those decisions. As we're now, ending the first month of this year, where do you want this business to be December 31st, 2023? The world is changing. Markets are changing. The political climate in this country is changing. And you got to be up on this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You can't act as though this has nothing to do with me. Yes, it does. The political climate in this country has a whole lot to do with your opportunities to continue to do business, especially in the public sector. In the public sector, by that I mean governments, whether they're local, state, or federal. Tremendous opportunities in the federal government. But it's not easy to do business in the federal government. So you got to make sure that you're prepared for all this. Once again, I go back to research. It's extraordinarily important that when you talk to somebody, you're prepared. It's not enough to say, oh, gee whiz, Citi's a bank. Or Goldman Sachs is an investment company. Or NBC Universal is a television station. You got to know more about it. And you got to know where's the potential fit for my business and the services that I offer. And that's not only with the businesses that we deal with, that's with anybody. Because there's good business and bad business. You've got to do research. It's not enough to just hang your shingle out and hope that people are going to come and do business with you because you're a nice person. The differentiator, innovation, revenue enhancement, mitigation of expenses. Those are things anybody. I don't care whether it's a Fortune 50 business, a middle market business, or a small business. No one's looking to do business with anybody that, first of all, they don't know. And secondly, that there's not going to be an enhancement to their operations. And that's how you always got to think about this stuff, folks, when you portray your business out there to other people. And so right now, we're going to give everybody a chance and an opportunity to be able to take your 2 minutes and discuss quickly what it is you do and why you're certified, why you decided to get certified as a minority business through the National Minority Supplier Development Council. Because as I said, and that's why I brought this up before, this is not certification for the state, and it's not certification for the city or the state of New Jersey. So that's very important. So let's see. How do we want to do this?
We'll start with Terry, Armando. I think it's Delgado. So what we ask you to do is you can turn your mic on, turn your camera on, and again, 2 questions. What is it that you and your company do, and what do you expect to get out of this certification? So Armando, it's all yours.
Thank you. Good morning, Armando Del Gallego. I am the co-founder of Born Collective. We are a full-service marketing firm located in Rochester, New York. When I say full service, traditional ad agency to most is the easiest way to describe it. Branding services. We kind of specialize in storytelling. We do a lot of great video storytelling projects for a lot of great clients. We're about 8 years old. We'll be 8 years old actually April 1st. To clarify though, I am actually not certified. I'm in the process of exploring certification.
Okay.
I actually found this event doing the research on your site, signed up. And I got to say, Terrence, I truly, truly appreciate the straight talk. I've been on many different calls and webinars called Straight Talk, and they're definitely not that, but this is that, and I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
And for me, I think my introduction to the certification was via a colleague who suggested I look into it. We actually have won some bids in the state of New York for different projects that had an MBE kind of section to them. I never really thought about it, that it was something that, I could do or I should do. And like I said, I had a colleague who won a piece of business with us who is certified, suggest I look into it. So that's why I joined today.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Armando. We'll go next to Francisco. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So yes, I'm Francisco. I also need to be upfront. I'm not certified yet. I'm in the process, but I got an email, so I wanted to join, learn more, and definitely also appreciate the information so far, and the content has been very helpful. So my company, I've been in the advertising technology business for the last 15 years. About 3.5 years ago, I decided to start a business on my own and consult and license technology and expertise to several advertisers or agencies in the space. The reason I've been learned about the certification and decided to go forward with is because I have another friend in the industry that is certified. They're certified through the Florida side of things, but they came to me and said, one of the things I've struggled with were a lot, because I've generally been on the product and engineering side and building a thing, and one of the things they mentioned to me is like, since she had certified, is that it's helped her a lot, join a community, networking events, and get grow relationships, and so she said, she highly recommended the certification and that it would benefit me and the things I struggle with my business, which is really lead generation and getting in the door with certain types of companies and contacts. So that's the 30,000 foot view of my side.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Francisco. What's the name of your company?
It's Senri.
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 Okay, great. Thank you so much. Next, we'll go to Gary B.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, Gary.
Hi, my name's Gary Brill. I'm with Fortune Metal Recycling.
Hey, Gary.
Hello. We appreciate the council. It gives us an opportunity to meet different potential customers and existing customers. I find it very helpful if we understand who the members are and who we would like to talk to ahead of time, so we're not just wasting time at the events. I find that very helpful, and it also the certification has added credibility to who we are and what we do in terms of being a minority-owned business, and giving us an avenue to start talking to the potential customers. We're a scrap metal company. We strive to reduce the amount of landfill material that goes in the landfill. We also work very hard to make the material as mill ready as possible, so it's efficient and therefore greener. And nowadays we're spoken to from our customers about what our green initiatives are, and it's like a hot button that they want to talk about. So the more we talk about that internally, and have different goals and services, we find that helpful as well to talk to them about that issue, and that's what we do. So it's something that people find interesting. Again, we work towards making material mill ready, meaning there's no middlemen, less trucking, less moving stuff around, and less people taking a piece of the profit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Jalen Smith.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Jalen. I'm actually not the owner. The CEO actually asked me to sit in on the meeting and kind of gather some information. I work for J. Anderson and Associates. It's an executive recruiting firm out of New Jersey. We have been in business for about 17 years now. We specialize in everything from finance to supply chain to IT. And then we've also been working with some nonprofits recently. Feeding America is one of them. We are a pretty incredible firm. We focus on diversity. It's a Black-owned firm, and that's would be the reason that I'm here today. And also, just to kind of hear some information about, how to really jumpstart 2023 in the best way possible. So I appreciate you guys having me, and it's nice to meet everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jalen. We'll go now to James Fate. Can you hear us, James?
Yes, sir.
All right, there we go.
How y'all doing this morning?
Okay, how are you?
All right. I'm James Fate. My industry that I'm in is transport, but mainly they call it non-emergency medical transport. And practically what that is just think of it as me picking up you or your mother and taking them to the doctor or to the hospital. That's pretty much what we do. Got into that just in 2019. And reason why I got certified was to actually learn, and that I definitely been getting done, especially with Mr. Clark, and to grow, to know how to grow profitably, put it that way. Because in this industry, you do get a lot of people, they come and they go.
Right.
It's to learn how to actually be around for a while and grow and actually be part of your community. That's one of the main things.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Good to
James.
see you again.
Can you tell me the name of your business?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Place of Fate. That's FATE.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll go now to Kasav. Kasav Dama, can you hear me? Okay, we can come back to you. Let's go now to Mr. Luke Benitez.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey
Good morning.
Colin. Hey Terrence. I'm Luke. I'm owner of Divine Pest Control. I'm a certified pesticide applicator, and I service usually commercial residential buildings. I'm certified with you guys also with the Minority Council, and I came here to like network. I know everybody has pest control issues. And the private sector is good. A buddy of mine, he has a contract with like over 50 McDonald's right now. So like something like that would inspire me to, apply. But yeah, I'm just here to network, meet people. I know everyone has issues in the inner city areas, so we have over 100 buildings, and I'm pretty good at what I do, and I'm on top of things, and yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, right now, as you've mentioned, especially in New York City, there was a major no nice way to put it, rat problem. And certainly, I don't know if you're certified with the city of New York, but I think that, if you send me a note, I can see who I can maybe talk to, because I guess they have hired what they call a rat czar.
Yes, I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah, to get rid of this problem, which if you've been any place in New York City, is a major problem. So send me a note. Let me see maybe I can help you in some kind of way.
Thank you so much. I'll send you a note, and I'm in the process too of getting certified with the city also.
Yeah, I think that'd be to your great benefit, especially given what you do.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Luke. Let's go now to Mike, Mr. Mike Dillon.
Good morning. I'm Mike Dillon. I come from LSQ. What we do is we provide working capital to minority, diverse-owned businesses. We also help you get access to capital. Our technology through our system helps you get advanced payments on your open invoices. We're based in Orlando, Florida. I'm here really just to I met Mr. Terrence before and just really just network and kind of, see how our solution can help anyone out as we can, as I know a platform that can help anyone out with getting access to working capital. And I'm pleasure to be here and pleasure to be joining you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Aren't we speaking next week?
We can put some on the calendar if I don't know the exact date and time, but I'd love to.
Okay, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great. Thanks, Mike. Let's go now to Patrick O'Mara. Patrick, can you hear me? There you go.
Yes, my apologies for the delay there. You caught me behind the wheel. Just pulling over.
Okay.
Patrick O'Mara, I'm with Miller Environmental Group. We're an environmental company. We can support various organizations with the disposal, collection, and disposal of both hazardous and non-hazardous materials. So if you're a finance group and you have a property, and on that property you found known or unknown chemicals you need removed, we can support you. We provide emergency response. Been in business over 50 years, started out on Long Island. Have worked various projects, oil spills, etc., both in the Hudson River and up in Alaska. We support businesses from Boston all the way down to Florida and as far west as Ohio. And we have business partners that can also support missions outside of that physical footprint. Eager to engage with the members of the organization and looking to network within the organization to get our word out there and make the world a little bit cleaner than where we found it. So thank you very much for your straight talk, Terrence. It's been a wonderful meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Let's go now to Tim.
Good morning. My name is Tim. My name is Tim Antonowitz. I'm the Director of Business Development for East Coast Facilities. We've been in business for since 2016, and we've actually had our minority certification for the past 3 years. We are a full-service facilities maintenance company, and I should say exterior maintenance company. So anything that has to do with the exterior of a building, kind of take the building out of it, landscape, snow removal, work tickets, line striping, seal coating, anything that has to do with the exterior of a property is where we come into play. I do have to say that we haven't done too much with our minority certification in the past, but everything that you said, Terrence, was right on point. Things don't just drop in your lap because you have the certification. It's really been this first year that we've really been exploring it more and more. And these straight talks, as well as the matchmaking opportunities that have set up in many different areas, excellent opportunities for networking. We actually have a very large contract that we were able to participate in and win because of the connections through the matchmaking opportunities of the Minority Council. So definitely, put forth that effort, do that research, and make sure you kind of get your name out there. We are one of the largest minority-owned, self-performing companies on the East Coast, whether that be snow removal or landscape. Our territory actually goes eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and then we have a South Florida location as well as a location out in Chicago. So kind of spans a few different areas, but especially in those snow markets, we do a lot of different stuff. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tina Chen.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Terrence. Thank you for today's straight talk. This is Tina Chen from Fortune Metal as well. We specialize in metal recovery in the tri-state area. I work with Gary in our Rahway location. We're always happy to connect you if you have any metal recovery needs. We've been with the council for over 6 years. We appreciate every opportunity. I wish everyone a nice weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank
Good
you,
to
Tina.
see you.
All right, we passed over Aubrey. I know Aubrey came in after, so I'll give you a chance now, Aubrey. We're talking about who you are, what you do, and also what you are expecting to get out of the certification, hoping to get out of the certification if you are currently certified. Aubrey, you there? Okay, we'll go back to Kasav if you're there. Give you a quick chance. No, I think they dropped out. Okay, so I believe that's everyone. If anyone didn't get a chance to speak, please do so now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Colin. Well, what you've heard over the last, short period of time is what everybody does on this call. What your business is about, why you got certified, what you expect to get out of it. Now it's incumbent upon you. I mean, we will make sure that people have, contact information from those that are on this call. It's incumbent upon you to communicate with each other because you never know where business opportunities are. If you don't know who you're talking to, you don't know who sit next to. And I give an example. You had 2 people on this call this morning that were not certified, but got this information, off of probably our social media feeds, heard about the potential of perhaps connecting with other business owners and larger corporations, and participated in the event. this past Monday, it's been a busy week for me, but on Monday of this week, we held a Minority and Women Business Summit in Rochester, New York, at which 350 people attended. Many were not certified, but they came to learn about what the potential benefits were. At the same point in time, they got to meet some of our corporate members and other local large businesses in Rochester, and the major one being the University of Rochester. And the university, over the course of years, had not done a whole lot with minority and women-owned businesses, but they made a pledge to do north of $30 million of business over the course of this and next year with minority-owned businesses in and around the Rochester area for a variety of products and services. Now, nobody's saying if you're not in Rochester, around Rochester or Western New York, you gotta, get on a plane, a bus, or whatever, or drive to Rochester. But these events, ladies and gentlemen, go on all over the place. Whether it's our organization, other economic development organizations, other minority business organizations, chambers of commerce. So you got to get out and get to some of these events and meet some of these people so that you know what's going on. The NMSDC network is undergoing a tremendous amount of change. But the change is about how to get these businesses that are certified in the network to grow and develop. And a greater part of that, folks, is visibility. And as I keep going back to this, nobody's going to do business with you. They don't know you. And nobody's going to do business with you, folks, strictly because you have a minority business designation. What folks want to know is, do you know what you're doing? Can you do it well? Who have you done it with? And then maybe we can sit down and talk about how we can do something together. But if you go and you talk to anybody, whether it's in our network or out, and the first thing you start talking about is the fact that I'm a minority-owned business, that's going to be a short conversation. Because the reality is, you may be talking to somebody who really don't know what you're talking about. Or furthermore, care what you're talking about. What they want to hear is, tell me, what about your products and services that could be beneficial to us and to our supply chain and our growth and development? And that's what you got to zero and focus on. It's very incumbent you do that because, like I said, the business environment continues to change. How long this whole issue of diversity, equity, inclusion will be in vogue remains to be seen. Changes in the political winds can change the importance of this. So if you are trying to really grow your business, it's in 2023 where it's going to be incumbent upon you to do that. Now, we are going to be having a variety of programs and events that can help you do that. Some are going to be in person and some are going to be virtual. So we're going to have a business opportunity exchange, which I believe is May the 10th in New York City, which is one opportunity for you to grow, to meet people, and to get out and learn something that's going to be beneficial to the growth and development of your business. That's one thing. We're going to be reinstituting our How to Do Business with Corporate Members series, which is basically talking about how do you go about doing business with a specific corporate member. What do they buy? What do they want you to look like as a business owner? So that if you go and decide you want to do something with, or you want to connect with one of our corporate members, you go there with information and knowledge and not go there hoping that this is going to turn out to be something good. So we have one of those. The next one we have, I believe, is in the coming months with Estee Lauder. But remember, we have 160 corporate members. So we have that going on. We're going to have a healthcare symposium in the fall of this year. For all of you that are looking at doing business in the healthcare space, those of you that are in New Jersey and want to do business with healthcare systems, it's in this week that Hackensack Medical Health Services became a member of the council. So continuously, there are new members, corporate members of the council. It's incumbent upon you to find out what it is they do and determine if what you do connects with what they do. We're going to have a celebration at some point, probably in the early fall, which would be also a great idea for you to come to. It's celebrating the work of minority businesses and corporate members. For all that don't know, this is the 50th operating anniversary of this council. This council started in 1973. This is 2023, so this is 50 years. So it'll be some sort of a celebration. It may be multiple ones over the course of this year. Why is it important to come to these? Once again, to meet people. To meet people. I gave the keynote address at our event on Monday and met a variety of people. Good number of whom are certified and a good number of whom are not certified. But at the same point in time, I met a variety of people in the corporate sector that had maybe not heard about NMSDC and now are interested in becoming members. So this, folks, is how you gotta get out and do things. I mean, you run a business, guess what? So do I. This council, so that you all know, is a business. No different than yours. The only difference is the tax status. But if I don't bring in more revenues and expenses, this won't be here. So I got to do the same thing that I'm telling you to do. I'm not telling you to do something that I don't do. You got to go out and sell your services. But you got to know where you're going and who you're talking to. And you got to be able to sell your services in a concise, clear manner. So in this week, today is Friday, Monday and Tuesday was in Rochester. And then we had an NMSDC meeting in Miami. So I went from Rochester to Miami back to the New York area. But you go where business takes you and where there are opportunities to talk about what it is you do and to tell other people what it is you do so they can do business, hopefully do business and benefit from the products and services that you offer. So I'm not telling you anything that I don't do. And folks, I've been doing this stuff for over 30 years. So I've met all kinds of people that have all kinds of businesses, large, small, medium, people that have done well, people that have not done well, people that are in the government, people outside the government. In our portfolio, so that everybody knows, we have 1,400 businesses that are certified through this council. Some are as small as startups. Our largest business had sales of just north of $11 billion. So there are opportunities. You've got to put yourself in a position to take advantage of them. We can help you. But you also, folks, have to be open to help, counsel, and guidance. And not everybody is. But if you are, and you're looking to do business with any of our corporate members, let me know. I think somebody put my email address in the chat. But let me know. And we can try to make sure. We cannot promise you anything. Nobody can promise you business, but can promise that at least we vet what you're doing and we try to put you in the best position to meet the people who can help you grow and develop your business. And that's why we have these events. That's why we have this straight talk. It's extraordinarily important to participate. And not everybody gets that. A lot of people think that, hey, I got this certification, I'm a minority or a woman-owned business, and there's a hookup. Folks, there are no hookups. Whatever you want to get, you got to work for. You got to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position, in visibility, doing work at the highest level possible, and that you're not afraid to ask for assistance if you need it. And assistance is more than help me get a contract, because that's not assistance. Help me develop a relationship is assistance. Help me get a contract is unrealistic. So you got to make sure that your reality matches what's in the market. And I know that all of you did some kind of research at some point to start the businesses that you've started. And to develop them, many of you have been in business for some time. You got to keep at that. It's not, I got this far, I stop, or I got this certification, it's going to help me. You got to do business as though you just started. I think that you got to look at as extraordinarily important. So make sure you do that. It's key. It's very, very important. If anybody has any questions, let me know now, or you can contact me on my email. And I think, I see, what's this? Yeah, okay, so some people are putting in the chat what it is that they do. And once again, that's another way for people to know who you are. It's not enough just to attend, because people come to these conferences, they attend, they don't say anything to anybody. And what I had said to people when we had the event on Monday is that if you're going to show up, and the event was free, if you're going to show up, you should at least meet 5 people at this conference that you did not know when you walked in the door. So, same as you go to events, whether it's with us or anybody else, if you are not very outgoing, then bring somebody with you that's with your business that is. Because that's going to be your first chance to make a good impression and to learn about what's going on. So make sure that if that's not who you are, bring somebody who is, that's with your business. And you should be, as the business owner, as much as possible in a position to be able to clearly, concisely explain what it is you do. That's key. Number 2, if you're looking for financing, you heard from Michael earlier about a platform they offer. He offers a platform. There are a number. You've got to decide what's in your best interest and what's going to be something that's going to be beneficial to you. He's put his information in chat, so you have a way to contact. But sitting silent, folks, is not going to help you. What helps you is you got to make these connections. You got to develop these relationships, and you have to recognize and realize that a relationship is not going to equal all the time a business opportunity. But it can lead to opportunities down the road if you are patient. So in other words, if you make a connection, especially with a corporate member, doesn't mean contacting them every single week to find out if they have any business for you. But what it can mean is you contact them and talk about your business, and then maybe you contact them on a quarterly basis and give them information on your business versus asking for business. Because what you don't want to be, especially doing this in writing, you don't want to be that person who becomes annoying and gets deleted every time they see your name. And it happens. So it's how to be persistent without being annoying. Everybody gets a lot of emails in the course of a day. Generally, people open emails first from folks they know, second from people who may be providing potential business opportunities. And then the third one falls into when I get a chance. So make sure that you look at that. Also, when you go to these conferences, have a plan. It's not enough to just say, hey, I'm here, I'm showed up. Have a plan. Find out who's going to be at the conference. We have a large national conference that some of you may know about, may not know about. Our annual conference for the network covers the entire United States. Last year was in New Orleans, Louisiana. This year, that conference is going to be in Baltimore, Maryland, October the 22nd to the 25th. And that's an opportunity and chance, once again, to meet people that under normal circumstances you wouldn't meet on a national basis. And all of this information that I'm giving to you now is on our website, and it's also on the website of the National Office of NMSDC.org. So if you're going to spend your whatever you spent to become certified, it's incumbent upon you to take advantage of everything that's going on in this particular network. It's not enough to say, I'm certified, and how come I don't get any business? If you're certified, then you got to go and make sure that people know who you are and what it is you do and where you do it and how long you've done it and how good you are at it. But you can't expect that they're going to just pick your name out of thin air. Doesn't work. Last thing I'm going to leave you with. All of you, when you got certified, should have developed a profile which is in a database. We do a lot of what's called sourcing. And sourcing is when a particular corporate member comes to us and says, I need a business owner in this particular industry. We will go and look on the database to determine who fits the request that this corporate member has. So make in there's a profile, and the profile is the description of your business and the products and or services that you offer. Make sure that's up to date. And make sure that it puts you in the best light possible. And I will say this again. People like specialists. No one really likes a jack of all trades, because to a lot of people, a jack of all trades means I'm not sure which one of these services or products you actually excel at. Because I'm a presume and assume that you don't excel at all of them. So make sure that your business profile is accurate and it talks about what you really do and what you're good at doing. That's very important. If you're fortunate enough to get a contract opportunity, whether it's with our corporate members or the state or the city or another business. Performance is what counts. So make sure that you perform on time, in budget, as requested by contract. Because, as I tell people all the time, it's not the first contract and the opportunity that really opens the door. It's that second one, because that second one says that you did well enough on the first one where they're giving an opportunity to provide those products and services again. You want to be at that level. That's how your business begins to grow and scale. So you got to make sure you perform, and you perform as per what's put in the contract. Which then brings me to the last thing is make sure that you recognize and you're comfortable with what you're getting ready to sign. Now, some people get so excited about the fact that they got business, they don't read the fine print until it's too late. So make sure that if you're going to get a contract opportunity, it's something you actually can do. And it's at the price that's profitable for you to do it. It makes no sense, and many small businesses do this all the time. Well, I'll come in low, get this, and then I'll boost it up for the next one. Seldom happens. It seldom works out. Make sure that you're doing something that's going to be profitable to your business. You should never take business that you're going to lose money on. Always take business that you're going to make money on. Because you're going to lose money on it, that's not helping the growth of your business. Actually, that's retarding the growth of your business. So make sure you don't do that. Because I know how people get excited. Oh, I got a contract opportunity with whomever, and I'm going to take this without carefully assessing that it's something you actually can do. And make sure you also are, especially with larger firms, that you're aware of what the payment terms are. Because if you can't afford to wait 45 to 60 days, then that's not a good business opportunity for you. It's got to be an opportunity that's going to allow you to continue to maintain, grow, and function your business. And everybody's got different cash flow setups. So you got to make sure that if I'm going to do this, and I get a contract today's January 27th, and they say they're going to pay me March 27th, or 60 days from now, is my cash flow in a position to be able to handle that? That's very important. Because a lot of people don't do that, and they think, oh, gee, I can talk to them. Folks don't want to. They don't want to do that, and they don't want to hear it. So all of these things that I brought up today, hopefully to be beneficial and helpful to you. You can go on our website and get information from our calendar events on the different things we're doing going forward. And also my email address was in the chat. So if anybody has any questions, needs, wants, concerns, you can reach out to me directly. So I'm glad you participated today. And hopefully this is a fruitful and positive year for you, for your business. And any way we can be of assistance, feel free to let me know. Everybody have a great afternoon and a great weekend. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, everyone.